Hey guys, it's Shadow the Rat, and for today's video, I'm going to be doing another cage tour. So it's been a while since I did this, and this is a little bit late. As you might be able to tell, I did attempt a Halloween theme, but I am now in November, so not quite on time, but I did try. I simply didn't get around to making it until now, so this is what we're getting. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you, well, what I put in the cage, because I included some stuff from the Ratty boxes in particular that I think would be cool to point out. So let's go ahead and start with the top unit, because that's going to be the easiest. And I say the easiest because the rats won't be jumping out. I did just put them back. I did just finish cleaning. So hopefully they will not be too hyper and trying to get out. But I never know with the rats, so I will need to be careful when I get to the bottom units. Okay, so starting up here, the very first things we have are two different hammocks. One of them is this little skull hammock here, and this is from a set of hammocks I reviewed. I will link the videos for these hammocks where I reviewed them. So this one is a double-decker one and a skull pattern. It's really nice. The rats really like it. They've used it before. This is another really nice hammock. This one comes from the Halloween Misfit Mischief Market, and that was a really cool ratty box, which is also where this little apple wood and willow ball Lollipop is what they called it, but it's just a little willow ball stuck on a apple stick. Anyways, the rats like to chew that up, and that's also from the box. And like I mentioned, I will have these linked below if you'd like to check them out. Anyways, moving on, you can see that I have a little hut here, which is just a plastic bucket with a hole cut in it. And on the side, I think it says something like trick or treat. Yeah, trick or treat. And this is from the Dollar Tree. It's just one of those Dollar Tree buckets with a hole cut in it. Then here we have the top of a Rodney igloo. I could not fit both the top and bottom and have this hammock hang freely, and so I decided to just have the top. We'll see how the rats like it. If they don't like it, I might just end up putting in the bottom regardless of the hammock. And moving to the side, we have another one of these Dollar Tree buckets with a hole cut out of it. And then on top we have this little ceramic dish. I think it's meant to hold candy. It's from Target, and I got it a few years back on clearance. They tend to have these for, I think, $5 at Target at the beginning of November, so I think they are definitely worth checking out if you'd like something like this for your rats. Only downside is they are a little bit fragile, and unfortunately I broke my other one, which was a cat, so this is the only one the rats get this year. So moving on to the top, I have a space pod slash Sputnik, and this is just a purple one. I thought that would fit with the theme of Halloween. And side note, but you can't really see it, but I put some pants in here, some pant scraps, which are literally just pieces of holey pants that I cut up with some scissors to give to the rats because, well, there was no other use for them. Okay, so moving down, we have part of a chew. I don't remember where it came from, but I think it's from one of the ratty boxes. Then in the back, I have a purple tissue box, just has a hole cut in it. And then I have my bird water dispenser. This is from PetSmart. And I believe it's the Living World bird bowl or something like that. But it's really neat because the rats can drink fresh water from it. And at the same time, this top part, this hood, kind of prevents them from putting anything in it. And it also prevents them from peeing in it, which is a big bonus. Oh my gosh, Omelet, what the heck? Get out of my side, Igloo! So this space pod here with the evil little Omelet who needs to get out and go back to the cage. Come on, get back in there. Come on. Get back in the cage. Get back in. You get back in there. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, I have this little space pod, which is mounted on the side. One of the things I really like about these is that you can mount them any which way. You can put them on the ground, you can put them on the top like this, or you can mount them on the sidebars, and it works in either way. I've seen rats sleep in them in all different directions, including the side one. So this is hopefully going to be something for them to climb on or sleep on if they like to do that. Now next to it, I have these two lava ledges. This one is yellow and this one is like a lavender purple color. And both of these are just, well, fun for the rats to use as stepping stones. Don't be an evil little nugget. Bad pickles. Oh, we have a ratto drinking from the thing. Look at it. He's so cute. Yeah, they do like drinking from this quite a bit, although they don't seem to have a preference over it compared to the water bottles, which I didn't mention. I do have two water bottles right here. This is the Oasis water bottle. It's only 4 ounces, but I really like how easy it is to put in the cage. And it's also super reliable and super easy to drink from. I've had this one forever. And then this one in the back is the Choco No Drip water bottle. It's 12 ounces and it mounts to the outside of the cage. It's very easy to take off and put on, but it's a little bit harder to get water from, so I like to have both in the cage. And then here I have a Chinchilla Ledge. It's just a wooden ledge for chinchillas or rats or pretty much any small animal to use. Oh, another rat are drinking from the thing. Yeah, you guys like that. Okay, so up here I have a food bowl with some Oxbow in it, and one of these Katie chews that says rat on it. I believe I have 2 in here, and they both come from the Ratty box. Okay, so we're going to start to move down. Sorry, this is going to be a long cage tour. I have quite a bit of stuff in the cage. Okay. So moving down, I'm going to try to speed things up a little bit. We'll see how well I do that. But first of all, I forgot to mention some stuff up here. I have this purple hammock, which came from a Ratty box. I'll probably flip it over to the nice and velvety side, but I wanted to show the purple side because I think that fits with Halloween. But again, I will probably flip it just because the rats tend to enjoy sleeping on the other side more. And then in the back, I have this double-decker closet shelf. It has some more pants pieces binder clipped onto it to make it more comfortable for the rats and prevent them from hurting their legs. You can find these sorts of shelves. Sorry, the rats are being really rowdy. But you can find these sorts of shelves at Lowe's or Home Depot or any hardware store along with online, and they're typically listed as closet shelves or kitchen shelves. So moving up, we have this little bowl right here. This is a Spiderweb hammock. It's made from a Spiderweb candy bowl from the Dollar Tree. This one is actually from my local thrift store. They had a bunch of these for 10 cents, I think last year. For some reason, they just had a bunch of them there, so I bought a bunch, and this is how I got this bone one. And it has a little pants piece binder clipped onto it, again, to prevent the rats from hurting their legs. And it's just chained up to my little thing right here. By the way, this is a cookie sheet, and I believe this is a locker shelf, and I have that attached to the top of the cage with some C-clips. Sorry, that was a little bit blurry. Yeah, so there you can see. So moving on up again, I have this little pants leg, which I have hung up with some of these little metal clips, and the rats can either sleep in there or climb on it or anything like that. And then right here I have this little other bucket from the Dollar Tree. It also has a little hole cut into it, and I've hung it up with these C-clips and these little hooks, and I've also put some pants leg in it so the rats can rest in there if they'd like. So finally, moving down a little bit more, we have this little thing here. So this is a foraging toy made for, well, Halloween, and it's from the Halloween Rat Foraging box. It has some little willow balls in it, you can see here, and it's just all attached to this metal skewer, which makes it perfect for if I ever want to replace any of the stuff on it. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun for the rats to chew up, and I think they're going to really enjoy it. Look at this little donut. What are you doing? What are you doing, donut? So here we have a 15-inch wheel. This is my Chin Sprint from Exotic Nutrition, and Pickles was showing us how to use it right there for a second. Although all the rats are trying to get out now, so this is becoming a bit of a problem. No! So this here is the fountain thing I have in the cage all the time. This is basically just a fountain part I got from my neighbors when they were giving it away for free. And I've cut out all the fountain bits inside, and now it's just a hollow fake rock with these little indents in it that allow the rats to get inside. There's one on each side, and they can easily get inside and get out, and they like to use it as a burrow. And then moving to the middle, we have this U-shaped thing. This U-shaped thing is a kitchen sink organizer. At least that's what I believe it is. I also got this from Goodwill for like $5. Anyways, it works pretty well. I just like to attach things to it. Like I have this little Spiderweb hammock, also from the Dollar Tree, and I've attached this onto the little U thing. And that way the rats can kind of use it to climb around, and I can also use it to attach different things too. So down here I have another bucket from the Dollar Tree. This one has another cutout in it, and it also has some tissue paper in there. That's pretty much all the tissue paper I had left from the Ratty box, so I just attached some in random places to try and make it look more festive. It didn't work too well, but I tried. And here we have the second apple lollipop. That's what they call it. It's really just, again, an apple stick and a willow ball from the Ratty box, so the rats will enjoy chewing that up. And then we have another Ratty box thing. This is a DIY treat thing that they made. It's basically a toilet paper tube with some Gerber puffs inside that are wrapped in tissue paper. It's really cute, and the rats are going to enjoy figuring it out. Next to that, we have this rock. This is not a pea rock, it's just a random rock that I have in the cage. I initially put it in there when I was fostering Meatball, which was a male rat, and I didn't want him and the girls to have access through the bars, not because I was worried about mating, because rats cannot mate through the bars, but more so because I was worried that they would bite each other's nails, or bite each other's tail. So to prevent that, I had a bunch of things blocking the cutout, but because I am paranoid, I put a rock on top of it. And since then, I have not removed the rock, so now the rats have this rock in the cage pretty much all the time. I have no idea if they use it, but I figure it's another texture for them, so maybe more enrichment, maybe something they enjoy, who knows. So moving to the side, I have another of these Katie Chews. This one is also from the Ratty box. And then I have this little shelf here. You can see it just slips over the side. This has more pants stuff binder clipped onto it. Okay, I had a lot of holey pants and I really needed to use them for something, so that's pretty much what all the fabric stuff in the cage this time around is. Anyways, I have this here so the rats can kind of rest in it, sleep in it, climb on it, whatever they want. This is really cool. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it's just a bathroom shelf. So moving on to my other side, we have another of these little double-decker closet shelves. So this one also has some pants binder clipped onto it, and it's held up with C-clips. And of course in the back, we have 2 more water bottles. These are both Choco No Drip water bottles, and they are 12 ounces. So before we move on to the next unit, I just wanted to point out the tissue paper, which I taped on here and up top to make it a little bit more festive. Don't ask me why I chose to put this on to each and every pan I have. It was just extra work, and the rats are going to tear it off really quickly. But, you know, it's kind of cute looking, and it fit the theme, and I was doing a theme, so, well, this is what we ended up with. Hello, Pickle! By the way, I ended up scattering some mealworms and other treats around, so if you're curious about why the rats are kind of sniffing around and eating, that is why. Oh, look, Pickle just used the little Gerber Puff thing. Yeah, that's a good little Pickle. He's a smart little Pickle. Okay, so for the final piece, you can see right here, I have kind of decorated everything around the dig box. The dig box is always the biggest part of this final unit over here, because my rats have this 20-gallon tank acting as a dig box. It has some crinkled paper in it, and this colored crinkled paper is actually from the Halloween Misfit Mischief Market box, so I thought it would be nice to use it in the box like that just to add some color. Then of course I taped on more tissue paper, both to the tank itself and to the outside pan right here. And then I've also put the Halloween sticker, which says Happy Halloween, from the Ratty box for October, which is a different rat subscription box that you can also check out. I'll also link that below. But anyways, they often send a cool sticker for the holidays, and this one was for Halloween, so I thought it was very fitting to put it in the cage this time. Anyways, going down, we have this little barn step-up thing, and this is just a purple step-up barn that I have that the rats can use. This one is very well worn. I'll probably have to replace it at some point soon. Then over here we have another of these double-decker shelves with more pants binder clipped onto it. That sounds like such a funny sentence, but it's just pants binder clipped onto it. The rats enjoy it, so it works. And then down here I have the snack rack, which is a bird foraging toy that the rats like to use. I have a roasted peanut in the middle, so the rats are going to really enjoy figuring this out. They have to turn these little pieces so they match up with some internal holes, and once that happens, this will open completely and all the food inside will fall out, which is, well, it's all just Oxbow except for the peanut, but the peanut will encourage them to try and open it. So on this side, we have the Oxbow Forging Pot, and this just has some Oxbow in it. It is actually from Oxbow, which is pretty funny, but the Oxbow in the Oxbow is very accessible to the rats. Technically, this thing is supposed to kind of be a lid for it, but I'm hanging it sideways, so it doesn't really work. But the rats can still get the food out, which is really all that matters. Then I have these 2 Oasis water bottles, and then right here you can see a bird foraging wheel. This just has the rat's Oxbow in it, and they have to get the food out through here. And once a section is finished, they can move it around with their paws in order to get to another section. Now down in the middle, we have these 2 little chews. These come from Ratty box for October as well, just like the sticker, and there are actually 3 of them. The third is up here. They're just little chews made of loofah, shaped like little candies, which I thought was really cute. Now moving up, we have, first of all, another of these Halloween little buckets from the Dollar Tree, and then we have this little PVC pipe, along with another purple space pod, and of course the candy up front, which I already pointed out. So Olive apparently got out and I didn't notice her. What the heck, Olive? She literally just came up to me like, yeah, I was just exploring the room, but I'm cool now. Bad Olive, stay in your thing. This is why I usually set out the playpen before I do this, but shows you what I get for not doing it this time. Stay in the thing, Olive. Stay in the thing. Okay, so moving up, we have this little Spiderweb hammock. It has some pants on it, as per usual, and it's hung up with some C-clips. And then in the back we have one of my favorite things, which is the Ratty Box October hide, which looks like a vampire bat, and it's seriously the cutest thing ever. I absolutely love this. I just have it in the back, kind of hung up by the ears, and the rats are going to be able to use it as a hide. It has a little pillow inside, and they really love these hides, so I can't wait to see them using it. And then of course we have in the back another water bottle. This is the 8-ounce Oasis water bottle, which is their largest size. Oh, and the final thing that I forgot to mention is we have another chew in there. This is the Lava Pumice Chew, which is from a different Ratty Box. Same subscription service as the sticker, but a different month. Anyways, I think that's it for this cage tour. I need to close the cage so I don't lose any more rats. I am seriously tuckered out here. Usually I don't do these cage tours on the same day as I clean the cage. Usually it's the day after, and I do a little bit of spot cleaning to make it look better. But honestly, I just wanted to get this one done before the rats tore off any of the tissue paper. So if I seem a little tired, that's why. Before I go, I did want to mention that the cage is fully connected. I just like to mention this each time because I do get questions about it sometimes. So as you can see here, I've connected 2 Critter Nation units sideways, and it is fully open so the rats can go between easily. I do use these metal bass equipment pans. The bottom ones here have some 5.5 inch guards, but the metal pans are stainless steel and they are 3 inches tall. I have 2 for the side. You can see it is metal past the tissue paper, and I have another one up here. And then of course I have the base pan, but the other pan up there is a cookie pan, so that is not from Bass. And other than that, I did want to mention that I did remove the middle piece finally, and that is because Sugar has passed away. For those of you who don't know, Sugar was my oldest rat. She was 2 years and 10 months, and she had limited mobility for the last few months, so I wanted to make sure that everything was accessible and safe to her, which is why I kept in the second floor piece with the cutout. But now that she's gone, I only have younger rats, all under a year, so they are definitely able to get around the entire cage with it being open, no problem. And I like to give them a little bit more of an active setup, which is why I went ahead and moved back to this fully open cage. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick overview of the cage. Okay, so here's an overview of the cage. You can see it compared to the couch. It's about the same size. But anyways, this is the rat's cage, and they really enjoy it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this cage tour as well. I know it's been a little while since I did one of these, and of course this one is a little bit late, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed seeing it. Tell me if it looks Halloween-y to you. I know it's not quite as themed as some of my past cage themes, but I did try my best, so hopefully it came out kind of okay. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am going to stop this right here. I know this is on the longer side, but I am so ready to just sit down, so I am pretty much just going to leave this off here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!